Do you want to know how much time you really have left? After age 70, each year seems more valuable, and the truth that your body is already telling you how long you might live. Some people in their 70s still feel strong, smart, and full of life, while others start to slow down because of health problems and tiredness. The difference can often be seen in a few key signs are small but powerful clues that can tell you about your future. In this video, we'll talk about 7 signs that can tell you how long you may live after 70. These aren't guesses or myths. They're based on real patterns that researchers and doctors have seen in people who live long, healthy lives. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own body and lifestyle, and more importantly, what you can do to improve your chances of living longer and healthier. Listen all the way to the end because you might miss small details that could have a big effect on your future. Once you see these signs, you'll know exactly where you stand and what changes you may need to make to add years to your life right now. Allow us to begin. Sir S.E., please write down how fast you walk. One of the best ways to tell how long you might live after 70 isn't buried in your DNA. It's not your medical records or even your food. It's just how fast you walk. Studies have shown that people in their 70s and older who keep up a steady fast walking pace tend to live longer than those who slow down a lot. This is because walking speed is directly linked to health, including muscle strength, heart health, and even brain health. Think about 2 people. Joe and Frank are both 75 years old. Joe walks every morning at the same speed and doesn't have any trouble crossing the street or going up and down stairs. He is sure in his movements and balance. On the other hand, Frank used to be busy, but has slowed down a lot in the last few years. He has trouble keeping up with other people, needs to take a lot of breaks, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. Joe's pace, on the other hand, shows that his body is still working well. Frank's slowing down could be a sign that his health is getting worse. A slow, unsteady walk isn't just a sign of getting older. It can also be a sign of deeper problems like weak muscles, poor circulation, or even early signs of cognitive decline. When your legs get weak, your overall strength goes down as well. The good news is that you can improve your walking speed, and the more you walk, the stronger you stay. If you've noticed that you're slowing down, don't ignore it. Start making small efforts to build strength, whether it's by going for more walks, lifting weights, or doing simple leg exercises. In the end, how fast you move through life can literally tell you a lot about how long you'll keep moving at all, so pay attention to your pace. It might be the easiest way to check in on your longevity. Grip strength is one of the best ways to tell how strong someone is generally. Life force in older people. Strong muscles are shown by a hard, steady grip, good blood flow, and a healthy nerve system. On the other hand, a weak or slipping grip can be an early sign of muscle loss. Weakness and an even greater chance of Robert, a 78-year-old man who always took pride in his strong handshake, stayed active, did light weightlifting, and never had any trouble opening jars or carrying groceries. Walter, also 78, started noticing that simple things like twisting the cap off a bottle or holding onto a heavy bag felt harder than they used to. He thought it was just getting older, but what he didn't realise was that his weaker grip was a sign of losing muscle mass, which could make him more likely to have falls and even shorten his life expectancy. Your hands show how healthy your muscles are overall. If your grip is getting weaker, it's likely that your whole body is too. The more strength you lose, the harder it is to stay independent, busy, and tough. The good news is that you can build it back up. Simple exercises like using hand grippers to squeeze a tennis ball or even carrying light weights can help keep your grip and muscles strong. So take a moment to test your grip. If shaking your hands feels weaker than it used to, or if everyday tasks are getting harder, don't ignore it. How well you hold on to things today might just tell you how well you'll hold on to life in the years to come. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights useful, please leave a second comment below to let me know you're here. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Most people don't think about their balance until they start losing it, but being able to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the best ways to tell how long you'll live. Researchers have found that people who have trouble with their balance are more likely to suffer from falls and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, people who can keep their balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Imagine two women. Carol and Nancy are both in their early 70s. Carol has always been busy. She walks every day, does yoga, and can lift one foot off the ground without wobbling. Over the years, Nancy hasn't paid much attention to her balance. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately falls over and needs to grab something to steady herself. What Nancy doesn't realize is that this loss of balance isn't just a bothersome problem. It's a sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function may be getting worse. To keep your balance, you need strong legs, a healthy brain, and a nerve system that works well. If you notice that you stumble more often, feel unsteady when turning quickly, or need to hold on to walls or furniture for support, it's time to do something about it. The good news is that you can improve your balance with simple exercises like standing on one foot for a few seconds every day, walking heel to toe, or doing light Tai Chi. Now, take this test. If you can't keep one foot off the ground for 10 seconds without falling, don't worry. But if you can, don't ignore it either, because the more you work on your balance now, the better and more stable you'll be in the years to come. 4. A note about how you sleep. A lot can be learned about how long you might live from how well you sleep at night. Not only do you rest when you sleep, but your body also fixes itself, builds up its defense system, and gets rid of toxins in the brain. Studies have shown that people over 70 who get enough good sleep on a regular basis tend to live longer and better lives. On the other hand, people who have trouble sleeping are more likely to forget things. Heart problems and a weak immune system. Think about two men. Henry and Bill are both in their mid-70s. Henry goes to bed at the same time every night, sleeps about 7 hours, and feels rested when he wakes up. Bill, on the other hand, has restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up several times, and sometimes having trouble falling asleep at all over time. Henry's body keeps working well, his mind stays sharp, and his energy levels stay steady. But Bill starts to feel brain fog, tired during the day, and his blood pressure changes, all of which are caused by his sleep quality getting worse. People who wake up a lot at night, have trouble staying asleep, or feel tired even after hours in bed should not ignore these signs. Their bodies are trying to tell them something. Connects to many things: stress, a bad diet, not being active, or even undiscovered health problems like sleep. The good news about sleep. It is possible to get better sleep. Cut down on screen time before bed, stick to a pattern, get some natural sunlight in the morning, and avoid big meals at night. These small changes can make a big difference. It's not enough to just feel rested. You need to keep your body and mind working at their best. So tonight, pay attention to how you sleep. If you wake up tired, have trouble staying asleep, or feel like your sleep has changed in recent years, it's time to make changes. Because how well you rest today could determine how strong and healthy you stay in the years to come. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights useful, please leave a comment below. Number 4. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep making good content to inform and inspire you. Sign 5. Your hunger and how you eat. One of the best ways to tell how long you might live after 70 is to look at what you eat. A healthy appetite and a well-balanced diet keep your body strong, your immune system strong, and your energy levels high. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite or bad eating habits can be a sign of underlying health problems and even speed up aging. Take two women as examples. Margaret and Susan are both 74 years old. Margaret enjoys her meals, eats a variety of fresh whole foods, and keeps her weight steady. She looks forward to making her own meals and feels energized all day. Susan, on the other hand, has noticed that she isn't as hungry as she used to be. She skips meals and eats processed foods, which has caused her to lose weight unintentionally over the past year. What Susan doesn't realize is that her loss of appetite isn't just a small change. The fact that her muscles are getting weaker, her metabolism slowing down, and maybe even her immune system being harmed is a red flag. For older people, losing their hunger is often a sign of deeper health problems, such as digestive problems. Changes in hormones or even early signs of cognitive loss can happen. Also, if you don't eat enough, your body breaks down muscle, which makes you weak. It makes you more likely to fall and get sick. Taking action is important if you've noticed changes in your eating habits, like losing interest in food, feeling full too quickly, or losing weight without warning. Eating well after 70 isn't just about staying full. It's also about giving your body the nutrients it needs to work right. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Drink plenty of water and don't ignore a loss of appetite. It could be your body's way of showing you that something needs your attention. Ask yourself if you're still enjoying your meals. Are you eating enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your body strong? Have your energy and hunger been going down? What you eat now will directly affect how strong and independent you'll be in the years to come. Sixth sign: how well you can deal with stress. How you deal with stress after 70 can tell you a lot about how long you'll live. Long-term stress doesn't just make you feel bad. It also lowers your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and speeds up the aging process. On the other hand, people who know how to handle stress well tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp well into their later years. Take John and Richard, who are both 76 years old. JN faces problems like everyone else, like unexpected costs. He has learned to deal with health scares and family problems by staying calm and steady. He does this by taking deep breaths, stays socially active, and doesn't think about problems for longer than necessary. Richard, on the other hand, holds on to stress. He worries about things that aren't in his control all the time, gets angry over small things, and often gets stuck in negative thought patterns over time. His blood pressure goes up because of all the stress in his life. Rises, he has trouble sleeping and less energy. Pain and inflammation in the body are caused by long-term worry, and this has been linked to almost all major age-related diseases, from Alzheimer's to heart problems. If you often feel tense, angry, or mentally drained, don't ignore it. Finding ways to deal with stress, like deep breathing, awareness exercises, or even laughter, can add years to your life. Ask yourself, when problems come up, do you deal with them and move on? Or do you hold on to your worries and let stress control your ability to stay calm? Focusing on solutions and what you can control isn't just good for your mind. It's also a key part of how long and how well you live. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights useful, please leave a comment below, number 6, to let me know you're here. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for your support. It lets us keep making good material to educate and motivate you. Let's go ahead with this. 7th sign: your friends and family. One of the best ways to tell how long you might live after 70 is to look at the quality of your relationships. People who have strong social ties like friendships, family, and community involvement tend to live longer and healthier lives. On the other hand, being lonely has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. Think about two women. Eleanor and Barbara are both 78 years old. Eleanor has a busy social life. She stays in touch with old friends, joins a local book club, and enjoys spending time with her family. She looks forward to her conversations, laughs a lot, and feels connected to the people around her. Barbara, on the other hand, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends over the years, and even though she has family, she rarely calls them. As the months go by, she starts to feel alone. Her mood gets worse, and her health starts to get worse. Human connection is more than just emotional support. It also has a direct effect on your health. When you interact with other people, your brain stays busy, your stress levels drop, and your body releases chemicals that are good for your health as a whole. It's time to change if you've been pulling away from people, avoiding calls, or spending more time alone than usual. Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be with other people all the time. Even small efforts can help. Making it a habit to have deep conversations, getting in touch with an old friend, or joining a group of people who share your interests can make all the difference. This is because the relationships you build today not only make you happy, they also help you stay healthy and live longer in the future. Now that you know these 7 signs, ask her for one last thought. Take a moment to think about where you are in life. Are you strong and sure of yourself, or have you noticed small changes that could be warning signs? The good news is that most of these things affect your balance and walking speed, how well you sleep and what you eat. You can make your social life and worry levels better. Your future isn't set in stone, and the decisions you make today can have a big effect on how many years you have left. If you know you need to change things, don't wait for a doctor to tell you. Start now by going for more walks. Get your muscles stronger. Get enough sleep. Stay in touch with friends and family, and learn how to deal with stress. The goal isn't just to live longer, but to live better, because at the end of the day, longevity isn't just about the number of years you have left, but also about the quality of life you experience in those years. Thanks for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us something you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't be shy about sharing them. Reading your comments really inspires and motivates us. If you liked this video and found it useful, please like, subscribe, and share it. This will help us keep making good videos to teach and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.